Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today I thought I would do a no makeup look, but not 100%, but very close to a no makeup look. This is the kind of look you can wear anytime that you want, and let's get into it because I can feel my sunscreen starting to dry a little more than I want it to. I believe that you could do a no makeup look with full coverage if, one, the color is 100% right, meaning there's no differentiation. I have redness in my face. If I knocked that out 100%, the redness in my neck would look weird, the redness in my chest, and the redness in my arms. For me, there's a lot of redness going on until the breasts. So I prefer doing something that's a light medium. I feel like the closest color to me right now might be this one, but the Reboot also works. You know what? I'm going to do half and half. So 1 pump of the Reboot and 1 pump of the Givenchy. And the Givenchy is a little cooler, I think. And a lot less seems to come out. And naturally, the sun leaves. Of course it does. So I'm just going to blend these together with my finger and get it on the face. Now I have 2 perfumes on my face because they're both scented, and they're both scented differently. Obviously, they're different companies. And here's a trick. I'm going to be giving you a couple of tricks that maybe I haven't given you before or randomly have given you, but I have something here now. So I like to put something here so that when I blend in, it's not dry fingers going on. I don't know, I just think it makes for a better blend. So I'm not looking for full coverage. I really think the fullest coverage that I have might be the Balm from Calvin Klein. And full coverage foundations can look very makeup-y, but I think there's some out there that aren't very makeup-y. I just can't think. I mean, oh, you know what? I just saw Angie do a review on the Good Apple, and she said it didn't look makeup-y, and the coverage was really, really good. If you're interested in me doing that one, let me know, and I will try to get my hands on it. But I have seen people review it, and I wasn't really paying attention. It was maybe some people I follow, maybe not. But I don't remember seeing anyone saying, oh yeah, this is great, until Angie. And Angie is, I can almost guarantee if Angie likes something, I won't, because our skin types are really, really different. Now, one thing I think is a dead giveaway you're wearing makeup is concealer. So if you don't actually have darkness under your eyes like I do, just put your foundation under your eyes. I find many people wear concealer just because it's a habit, because that's what you're supposed to do, but not necessarily because they really, really need it. In my case, I really, really need it. So I am going to go in a little bit with the Charlotte Tilbury, if I can find it. I don't know how it looks so darn messy here, but it does. And I just swirl it around a little bit and then share it with the other finger. I'm just using the teeniest bit usually, and especially when you're going for a no makeup look. But I'm going to try to get a little bit on the inner corner for sure. So I've done the Charlotte Tilbury. Now for concealer, because I want to go just a little bit lighter than my skin tone and I want it to also look quite natural, I'm going to put the same amount I usually do right next to my foundation and blend those together. So I'm totally changing both the color and the consistency, but going for a no makeup look. Now I can apply this a little bit differently than I usually do or than I have been doing because the consistency is now quite different. So I'm going to apply it more like I would apply my foundation, which is more of a dab and stretch as opposed to really just roll it into the skin, which is my preference, so I can just get a really nice transfer. So I have a little bit of brightening, but it's not too much. Now I have redness around here all the time from my glasses. Sometimes it's really bad, sometimes it's not. I'm going to do that as well. Now, things I want to take care of is this skin darkness I have right here. I don't have as much here, but whatever's left of my finger, I'll just do that. And it's creasing already because I brought it down pretty far, but it's not set yet, so I'm just going to leave it alone. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? Whatever's left, I just did, like, you guys, I did facial massage, gua sha. I'm just hitting the redness around my neck. Gua sha, a facial massage, myolift for like 40 minutes, and then a mask. So I have done a lot of my face today. And I'm doing this so the neck and the face can relate to each other, but I'm not putting it all over the neck, just at where my red area is today. It seems to change from day to day. So I think the skin looks pretty natural. So my redness is evened up. Is it perfect? No. You can still see my sun damage and the redness in my skin from the broken capillaries and any other redness, but that's okay. Now I want to go in with a cream bronzer, and I am really still loving this NARS. I'm so surprised because it's so dark, but this is how I wear it. I put this brush all over. Look at how much I'm picking up. Do not put that on your face. And now I'm just taking it all off of my hand. So yes, you do waste product this way. And I'm making sure all of the brush is wiping on the hand. Just go all the way around, really work it in. Now I feel like this is in the brush instead of on the brush. And really lightly. See, again, I'm holding at the end of the brush handle, which is a lighter touch, and just go in really lightly. It's looking a little dirty, so we're gonna, obviously I'm not going in light enough. At the temple, and this bone right here, this temple bone, kind of works with the orbital bone, so get some right there, and the tops of the cheekbones, because that's where the sun hits you. Putting a little bit here, but just because I want the forehead to relate to the bottom of the face, and the tops of the cheeks. You have fat cheeks like me, you definitely are getting color right here. And you know that. Remember those days when you didn't wear sunscreen, or when you actually got some sun? You got some right there. And I'm going to go back in for the other side of the face. And I'm also lightly touching. And just bring the teeniest bit down, whatever's left. I've done everything else first. Now I'm going to wipe this clean. I feel like I am a teeny bit muddy right here. Again, light hand for a longer time, I feel, is the best approach. So that's a little bit better, but we will come back and fix it. Blush. So for blush, again, I'm going for the creams, and this one I need to use. This is from Shiseido, and it is whipped. I've had it for a couple of years, and it's still in good shape, but I'm always worried that it's going to dry out. So I'm going to go in with that same brush that I just cleaned. And I'm going to wipe it off on my hand and tap. So this is a not dense brush. And again, I'm going on top of the cheeks and the eyes, because this is where I remember I used to get color. Because my eyes always looked really green when I had a little sun, fresh sun. And you want the bridge of the nose, the top of the cheek, and the eye. Now, this color that I have managed to make doesn't seem exactly like my sunburn color. Because this pink is a little bit wrong, I usually get something a little bit more red. I'm going to go in with this Tower. If you're new here, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you watch a couple of videos and decide, yes, I am worth a follow. But I am deeply afraid of orange blush. I love orange on my lips. I do not like it on my face. And I think that's because I've had foundations oxidize and turn orange. Now this is quite a bit more emollient than most of the things I like. Like I like this, for instance. This, it's not even emollient because that implies moisturizing. It's hard to describe. I don't like this formula. So I'm not going to go in deep with this because it's going to grab too much. And again, pick some up on the brush. You can see that orangeness. And I think between these two colors, it will begin to look, I think it's too much orange. I hate it. See how much I brushed off and how little I picked up? I'm going to go around here and bring some down. All right. So I guess this is a no makeup kind of sun-kissed look. Now, here's something I've never shared with you before. Warm up the hands and the fingers quite a bit. Now, I'm just going to press them all over the face. And this will do two things. This will really meld the products in to the skin and into each other. Do it again because I didn't do the center of the face. And it also will take off a layer. And I'm getting this part of the palm under the eye, which will help with that creasing, hopefully. And boom. It's looking less and less like I have foundation. And you can probably see the sheen on both of my hands. I took a little off. Not a lot, but just a little. And yes, my under eyes are now looking a little less taken care of, but that's okay because the look we're going for is no makeup. And I think I'm getting there. So let's move on to the eyes. This is one of my very favorite brushes from Chikuhodo, and it used to be the Chikuhodo and my two Smiths were what I used every single day. I might have brought in some other things, but those I used every day. Now, it doesn't look like this online, but I found after I used it for a while, and I have not used it in a while, that there's a bit of a slant, and so it fit in perfectly for me right here, and that's what we want to do. So I'm going to go in with the Victoria Beckham, the darker color, and just give myself a little bit of a crease because I'm hooded, because I don't have one. But if you're not hooded, what we did already with the bronzer and the blush up here is probably enough. I just want to recede the hood the teeniest bit. It may even be something you can really not see very much, but I notice it. All right, let's finish the eyes with a little mascara. Now, I've mentioned this Hourglass mascara, which is no longer being made, or else I don't know what. Maybe it's coming back. But it has a small wand, and it doesn't chip, it doesn't flake. I love it. We're going to apply it a little bit differently today. And actually, I think I saw Andrea Ali do this just the other day, but it's an old trick. I've done it before, and I'm sure I've seen other people talk about it before, but let's just, say thanks to Andrea Ali. You're going to take this very close to the base and wiggle, 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 and instead of pulling through and up your lashes, you're going to pull out after your wiggle. So you're going to pull up a teeny bit and pull out, because this is about making it look like you have a lot of lashes, not extending your lashes or making them fuller. To me, every single mascara looks like mascara. There's no mascara out there that will fall under the no makeup look. It just won't. I haven't met it. So that's what we're going to try to do. Now, I'm the queen of blinking, of reacting. I'm actually the queen. If someone takes my picture with a flash, I look like this. When I get my driver's license, the last time I got one, I said, I'm going to keep my eyes closed and you count to when you're going to shoot and I'll open my eyes. And she says, yeah, we're not going to do that. I said, okay. She took 3 pictures. She goes, oh, you're right. I said, yeah, I'm the person, the flash goes and I close my eyes. And finally we did the, okay, eyes closed, 1, 2, 3, and I open them. And still, I always kind of look like this, where I'm, anyway, eye issues. Let's move on. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Out. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Out. You don't have to do it like I'm doing it with a sharp move, but I seem to need to. There. I didn't get as good as I have done and as good as I can do because I was so afraid when I did this yesterday. I blinked and I got this entire wand under my eyes, but that's the effect. You see the difference from one eye to the other, and yet it doesn't look too mascara-y. It just looks like I have more lashes, but it doesn't look like mascara. All right, let's talk about lips. For lips, there's a couple of different ways that you can go. This is by Kosas, and it's called Pulse, and it's very, very close to my lip shade. So all it's going to afford me is a deeper tone, but very much like my tone, and can shape the lips the teeniest bit. I do feel I could use a little bit of liner. Lately I've just been weird about my lips and I feel like I'm just not seeing the edges of the lips, even though I have this color to the edge. But we are doing no makeup look, so no. So this is choice number 1. Now I find using a gloss doesn't look natural at all. It looks like makeup because most glosses are very, very reflective. And this one by Westman Atelier is also very reflective, but if you put a little bit on, not as much. So, a little swipe. There. I think this is a very natural kind of color for me. It's pretty close to what my lip color looks like when it's pale. So, I think probably most people have a range of what their lip color is. Sometimes your lips are a little colored. It's as if there's no flush in your lips, and then sometimes your lips have a lot of deepness to them. Right now, for some reason that I don't understand, I feel like my lips are more of that, not a lot of color. So, not a lot of color. So this actually works pretty well. I feel its presence, so it feels nourishing and lovely, but it doesn't look too shiny and it doesn't look unnatural, and I still think it falls under no makeup. My lips. And my last choice is this Hermes Lip Enhancer. This is D'ete, Rose D'ete, and I have said it before, I just love this. There's something about the color that this imparts, I think is so fresh and youthful, and I mean like 10-year-old youthful. So putting this on is probably going to look a little makeup-y because the color, but I'm going to show you. Just a hint of color that I really, really enjoy. And I just feel a little bit more put together, a little ready to face other people, but I also don't think people are going to go, whoa, lady, you need to tone down in the makeup. What do you think? I think this is a no makeup look. And that's it. Thank you so much for spending a few minutes with me. I appreciate it. And I hope you might have learned something new, or maybe I've inspired you to try something differently, or maybe I just gave you a break from your day. Doesn't matter to me. And I hope you come back again. Until we meet again, be smart and safe, and I'm wishing you good health.